How's it going, everyone? Cinder here, back with a new installment of Tugs Character Profiles. Today's episode is the first to feature a Z stack.
Me, Zorran!
Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and let's get started. Zorran is the number 1 of the Zero Fleet, and the main antagonist of the show. As such, he is the most prominent Z stack to appear on screen. Zorran is rude, insulting, devious, scheming, cunning, arrogant, and pragmatic. He's also impatient.
Do it fast and get back fast. Now get going, get speed up, full steam, come on, go faster. Right, come on, what's the delay?
Zorran is basically the ringleader of the Z stacks, as Captain Zero recognizes him as the most sensible and intelligent member of the fleet, resulting in Zorran being placed in charge of their most important operations, such as the munitions contract. Being the main antagonist of the show, Zorran does whatever he can to beat the stars and allow his fleet to prosper. He often employs the 2 Zero switchers, Zip and Zug, to do his dirty work. Although he is incredibly loyal to his captain, he doesn't seem to care too much for his colleagues, as he's been seen insulting all of them multiple times, and was even willing to leave Zug trapped upriver along with the stars. He also insults Izzy Gomez every time they meet, which leads to some rather quirky interactions.
You South American eater, just get lost, Izzy! Hey? Get lost, not for 500, you'll be worth more as scrap!
Despite being a character that always acts so confident, Zorran does have a cowardly side to him, as seen when he buckled when he was confronted by Hercules, and when he became nervous at Birkenblair's teasing about scrapping him. His arrogance can also quite often get the better of him, as his plans often backfire and result in Zorran having to deal with the ramifications of his actions, such as when he was scolded by Captain Zero when his scheme to sabotage the Star's chance at the Duchess contract was leaked, or when he ended up in quarantine alongside Nantucket. Despite doing whatever he can to beat the Stars, Zorran does understand that playing straight is sometimes the best way to get the job done, and is willing to do so if it is in his best interests, which also shows us that he has quite an opportunistic side to him. In Munitions, he actually defended OJ from the officious Blue Nose, arguing over common sense versus orders. Later in the same episode, he actively urged Tencent to get out of danger, and in Big Freeze, he scolded Zip and Zug for nearly losing both fleets the supply contract for the SS Vienna. Zorran may be the main antagonist of the show, but he isn't 100% evil. I love Zorran. He's such an entertaining character, and a good fit for an antagonist. He has several qualities that make him likable, and it's always fun seeing him on screen. Out of every character in the show, Zorran has perhaps the most behind-the-scenes trivia. He and his fleet are based on the Moran fleet that worked in Moran, New York during the 1920s. He was given his name because it has a similar spelling and pronunciation with Moran. Zorran even has a dental disorder called diastema, which is the cause for the slight gap in his teeth. Despite being a steam tug, Zorran's horn sounds a lot more like a modern diesel or foghorn. His face is also modelled after English actor and comedian Terry Thomas, although one of the crew members did joke that it was also based off Quentin Tarantino.
The fuck are you talking about?
Have you ever noticed how Zorran's hat tilts upward when he moves his eyes up? Well, this was because the mechanism for his model was actually too big. However, the crew decided to keep it in, as they felt it suited his personality, and I have to agree. Shows off that little devilish side to him. Zorran is also unique for his voice talent. He is voiced by Chris Tulloch. Chris was the art director and assistant director for the show, and merely did a temporary voiceover for the rough edits, but everyone loved his performance so much, so he did it for the final cuts too. I have to applaud this decision, as he gives one of the best performances throughout the show. This isn't really related, but a friend of mine and I were discussing other potential voice actors for Zorran, and he came up with the late John Callis, who played Boise in the British sitcom Only Fools and Horses. I mean, just imagine Zorran with his voice. It's beautiful. So what about Zorran's Thomas and Friends counterpart? Well, most people in the fandom consider Diesel to be Zorran's counterpart. And for good reason. Both are the main antagonists of their respective show, always trying to beat out their rivals, which of course is the steam engines in Diesel's case, and the star tugs in Zorran's. Both are incredibly devious, scheming, and arrogant. However, I think we can push this a bit further, by saying that Zorran also has a counterpart in Diesel 10. Classic Diesel 10. Diesel 10 was the best thing to come out of the Magic Railroad, and he actually shares a few qualities with Zorran. Most notably, he has a couple of little sidekicks that he rudely bosses around in Splatter and Dodge, just like how Zorran does with Zip and Zug. And of course, there is the whole arrogant main antagonist thing. And there you have it, folks. Zorran's character profile has been done and dusted. As always, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, then don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Our next episode will of course feature Zebedee, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Anyway, until then, I've been Cinders and Ashes UK, you've been awesome, and have a great day. Bye!